Okay, look, I'm not trying to be this sort of negative Nancy, if you will. But this is the reality of the situation. This is the conclusion, at least, that I've come to. And if you disagree, that's perfectly fine. But I don't really see how you could. When it comes to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, if there's one thing that Captain Marvel showed us, is that they are willing to put people in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, characters within the Marvel Cinematic Universe that, one, nobody asked for, and two, have absolutely historically nothing to do with some of the characters or the plot line in terms of influence. Where you look at for example, the other characters, main characters more so, such as obviously the Avengers running things in this regards, but those characters belong there. I've done, for example, that video, the 34 minute long video that I've done called the Unique Shoehorn of Captain Marvel, and I've discussed some of this. How every other character aside from her, it's just different in terms of how uniquely shoehorned she was in the Marvel universe, Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I'm not going to go into detail again explaining that. You can just go look at that video. But when you take that into consideration, in combination with some of the comments of guys like Victoria Alonso talking about inclusion, diversity efforts that they're going to be prioritizing going forward, hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you're going to get more goofy ass characters that nobody asked for. And a lot of people that are not there because they deserve to be there, or there's this massive demand from the comic book community to be there, but more so because of, just again, the diversity efforts, the the fact that they have sort of this background or underlying agenda. Iron Man gets killed off. Spoiler alert. I think you're kidding yourself if you think you're not about to get Riri Williams in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I think I think you're kidding yourself, and I hate to be that guy. Of course, nobody asked for this tokenized version of Iron Man in the comics. Hell no. But you're going to get those non-comic book fans, those normies who know that she exists because of who she is, as in they don't buy comics, but they heard that there's a black female version of Iron Man out there, such as when she was introduced, all these publications and stuff were covering it. Though none of those had any intention of reading comics, they just love the fact that there's this sort of diversity hire in comics. So you're gonna get Riri Williams. You're gonna get more than likely characters like America Chavez as well. Again, these goofy characters nobody asked for, tokenized characters that nobody asked for. I think the most obvious character that a lot of you guys probably would push back on the less is Miles Morales. I think it's inevitable that he's going to be brought into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, even though this version of Spider-Man is young, that they have in there and so forth. And I don't really like the current Spider-Man that's in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but Miles Morales is coming to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, bro. It's just coming. You know what I mean? Again, I don't like the character. He's goofy. And by goofy, I mean he's an unoriginal tokenized character. There's nothing about this character, and I've talked about this on stream. There's nothing about this character in terms of his attributes, more so in character, that I haven't seen from a Peter Parker story, in terms of how he's been depicted over the years. He's just a black or half black biracial version of Spider-Man. That's it. There's nothing special about this character. Excuse me. So you're gonna get him. You may even get Squirrel Girl. You're gonna get these goofy ass characters that nobody asked for, and you're certainly gonna get more tokenized version of the characters. And by that I mean that characters that even if you did ask for, or more so expected, they're not gonna be in appearance that they've historically been. They're gonna be more so along the lines of, again, if they can tokenize them, they will. If they tokenized a Asgardian who is based off the whitest thing ever in Norse mythology, what the hell make you think anything else is off limits? So be careful who y'all are like, man, I would love to see this character come in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Be careful, because it's a chance that they gonna tokenize a character in it. Fantastic Four, definitely, since they've already done that and everybody's sort of anticipating them being brought in the Marvel Cinematic Universe along with X-Men. I have a hard time believing that they're gonna leave the historic first Marvel family as a white family. I doubt that they do that. I highly doubt that they've done it. And they've proved to you with Michael B. Jordan, they retcon the entire damn Fantastic Four just just so they can make it make sense. Oh, they're adopted and all this other dumb shit. But it's coming. So you're gonna get more tokenized characters. You're gonna get more goofy characters. And the only reason I'm making this video is because in my comments to get a lot of people having these conversations, certainly in my streams, about who they want in there in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And there's characters obviously I've want, but if anything is told me with Captain Marvel and me just hearing what the shot callers from a corporate standpoint are saying, I'm anticipating goofy characters being brought in and being jacked up, and characters being brought in that nobody asked for. Nobody asked for Captain Marvel. There's not one person that I've ever known, even when she was Miss Marvel, to be like, you know what would be cool? A fucking Carol Danvers movie. And you know what else? Let's just sandwich this bitch right in between the the ultimate end game and the biggest cliffhanger that we've ever had, the most climactic part, to just ensure that she's succeeding. Let's also, in that span of 7 years, reboot her 50 million times. If you don't think that character right there that nobody asked for, that's not working when they try to test run her through the comic book and relaunched and reboot, if you think that if they gonna do that and they gonna bring her into the Marvel Cinematic Universe and corporate media is protecting the hell out of her, you're just kidding yourself. You don't think that tokenized versions of other characters, be it in they already exist in the comics, like Riri Williams, like Miles Morales, you're gonna get ones that maybe people want that have whiter skin, and they just gonna fuck them up. And they probably won't even bring like the original black heroes. They probably won't even bring them in, or they'll fuck them up. Like they've already fucked up Monica Rambeau. We've already talked about this. She has nerve to be looking up to Carol Danvers, which is insane to me. Not gonna go on a tangent with that again. But you have that. That's, she's technically in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I don't know how they're gonna handle it. I think it's already fucked anyway. But then you got these other characters, like the Blades of the world. They still haven't done. Marvel still hasn't been able to do Storm right. More so, I mean, I know, granted, it's not the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the X-Men. I just don't have any sort of high hopes that they would bring in a classically black character and not fuck them up. They may even just leave them off and just keep tokenizing more popular white characters. That's my anticipation. And bringing in other goofy black characters nobody asked for. That's a fucking joke of a character like Riri Williams. So don't get your hopes up, people. That's the only reason I made this video. If you're thinking that, all right, we're going into this next phase, and they dropped the ball. They could have brought in all of these characters during the Infinity Gauntlet arc that people were maybe interested in, Warlock being the more obvious one. They didn't do that. They're gonna fuck these characters up, bro. That's all I'm saying, that they're going to fuck these characters up. And they're gonna bring in goofy ass characters in the process that nobody asked for. They're gonna be straight up diversity hires. And you're gonna get the media as always. Yeah, Slade, get this character in there, this tokenized loser character like Riri Williams, get her in there. But I'm just telling you, man, this is what you have to expect going into the future phases of the the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's just to be expected, at least to me. I don't know how you feel about it.